Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving deep into something that's really changing the game in content creation. We're talking about a workflow that lets literally anyone, and I mean anyone, make these incredible high-quality videos without ever having to step in front of a camera. So it's the big question, isn't it? You see these videos all over the place. They're super polished, they tell a great story with amazing visuals, but you never see the person behind it. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how that magic happens. Okay, here's our game plan for this journey. First, we'll look at this whole faceless creator revolution. Then we'll go from a raw idea to a finished script. After that, it's all about building the visuals, mastering the art of the prompt, and finally putting the whole thing together into a polished explainer. You know, the biggest hurdle for so many people is turning a great piece of information into a video that people actually want to watch, right? Especially without a huge budget or film crew. Imagine you get an email with some fascinating idea. A few years ago, that's where it would have died. But today, that email can be the spark for an entire video explainer. Every single great explainer is built on one thing: a solid script. It's the foundation for everything else. So let's check out how AI can take our jumbled thoughts and turn them into a real, structured narrative. So this slide really shows the transformation. On the left, you've got the kind of stuff we all have lying around: messy class notes, a bunch of saved articles, random thoughts. But then you feed that chaos into a tool like Google's Notebook LM, and what comes out on the right is, well, it's magic. A clean, organized script, or even a full podcast-style audio track ready to go. And what's cool is how versatile this is. You can throw almost anything at it: PDFs, websites, you can even paste in the transcript from another video. And it does more than just summarize. It can generate a downloadable podcast, which is perfect for our audio, or even a mind map, which helps you see the connections between ideas. It's all about turning any information into a solid starting point. Okay, so we've got our story, our narrative. Now, how do we build a consistent visual world for it? Honestly, the single biggest challenge in AI video is character coherence, making sure a person looks the same from one scene to the next. The solution is a pro technique called a faceless placeholder. Think of it as a visual mannequin. It's a generic character designed to show an action without becoming the focus. This is key because it keeps the viewer locked on your information, not distracted by a character whose face keeps changing, which is a classic AI fail. Now, to really understand the kind of detail we can command from an AI, let's borrow an idea from the world of high-end video production: macro videography. It's all about getting incredibly close to something to show off details you would totally miss otherwise. This quote from director Steve Gerald just nails that macro mindset, doesn't it? It's this obsession with detail, with getting so close that you reveal something completely new and fascinating about the subject. And we're going to take that same exact obsession and apply it to our AI commands. And this right here is the core technique. In the world of AI generation, your prompt, the instruction you give the AI, is your digital macro lens. It's the tool that lets you zoom all the way in and control every last detail of the world you're creating, just like a pro videographer. So how do we actually use this digital lens? Well, crafting the right prompt is without a doubt the most important skill in this entire process. And here's the secret: the AI gives maximum priority to the first thing you tell it. That's why you have to start with your global rules. By typing "humans are faceless placeholders" at the absolute beginning of your prompt, you set a rule for the entire video. This stops the AI from trying to hallucinate or invent inconsistent faces later on, and it completely solves that character coherence problem. You see, a really great prompt isn't just one sentence. It's a layered command. You have to put on your director's hat and define these 5 key elements for every shot. Who's the subject? What are they doing? Where are they? How is the camera filming them? And what's the overall vibe or style? Just look at the level of detail here. This isn't asking for a perfume bottle. It's amber glass, it's backlit, it's surrounded by golden smoke. It even specifies macro lens details and an Unreal Engine 5 render style, basically telling the AI to make it look like a high-end video game. Every single word here is a precise instruction that guides the AI to an amazing result. And it gets even crazier. You can actually direct complex camera movements. That phrase, rack focus, is a classic filmmaking technique. It's telling the AI to shift what's in focus inside a single shot, from the bullet casing in the foreground to the witness in the background. You're not just describing an image, you're directing a whole scene. All right, so we've got our 2 main ingredients ready. we have a powerful audio track from our script, and we have a whole collection of stunning custom visuals from our prompts. Now it's time for the fun part, putting it all together. But before we start editing, we need to talk about our canvas, 16 by 9. These numbers might seem random, but they are everything. This is the universal standard aspect ratio for pretty much every screen, from your TV to the YouTube player you're probably watching right now. And what's so cool is how we got this ratio. It was actually engineered way back in 1984. It's the perfect mathematical compromise, the geometric mean, between the old squarish 4:3 TVs and those super wide cinema screens. It became the one-size-fits-all solution, and now it just dominates everything. So once you've lined up your audio and your visuals in an editor like CapCut, the very last step is exporting it, and getting these settings right is crucial. For YouTube, you really just want to stick to 1080p resolution and use the H.264 codec. Think of that codec as the universal language for video files. It gives you that perfect sweet spot between great quality and a file size that won't take forever to upload. And that pretty much brings us to the end of the workflow. This whole process brings up a really interesting question. When the machine can do all the making, what is the job of the human creator? Well, I think the role shifts. It becomes less about being a hands-on technician and way more about being a visionary director. Your most powerful tool is now your ability to describe a clear, specific, and compelling vision. The quality of your idea and how well you can explain it is now the ultimate creative skill.